What a second quarter for the West Coast Eagles. They kicked 7-2 to 2-3 to all of a sudden open up a 33-point lead at the long break. The only multiple goal scorer for the Eagles is Kemp, who got 3 on airs, all in that second quarter. All the rest are singles. And for Hawthorn, Jarman kicked 2 goals, both in the first quarter.
Today's game is part of the Carlton and United Breweries 1991 AFL Premiership season.
I think I mentioned late in the first half how the juggernaut rolls on. The result might surprise some, but just the margin, the way they've absolutely poleaxed Hawthorn in that second quarter.
Absolutely fantastic, the West Coast Eagles. I mean, I had a nagging doubt coming in, which you took advantage of, I must say. I had a nagging doubt coming in that the West Coast Eagles on this ground could be under pressure, but you go back over Michael Malthouse with the Eagles, 32 games now. I mean, what he's got out of these players, they're so hard-burning, strong.
The defensive side of the game has improved dramatically. They've got such skillful players. That goal off the boundary line by Matera. Matera's played a magnificent game on the wing. The centre line has been winning. If they could get Sumich firing at full forward and kicking straight, they'd win by even more. But I thought it was to be expected the way they have played. They are a classy combination, there's no doubt about that. As we have a look at the stats, the centre breaks there just starting to even up a little bit, but the West Coast are doing well. They have 2 very good mobile ruckmen, and that is where they are starting to set the match up.
And the great thing as far as the Eagles are concerned is that Hawthorn came to play this afternoon, no doubt about that. For the first 15 minutes or so, set themselves to do well, and they couldn't crack them.
That's right, and Alan Joyce certainly has a task in the rooms with Hawthorn at half-time. A 33-point deficit at the long break on their home ground, and if they lose here, that's 3-3 in 6 games. Well, round 7 started last night at the MCG, the first game under lights at the big ground this season. It was Fitzroy, and they played North Melbourne, somewhat of a nighttime specialist. Let's take a look at some highlights.
He'll be looking for Longmire. Out he comes, but beating him to it is Spargo. Spargo goes for the hand pass. Dwyer, that's another famous name at North Melbourne, and he's kicked a goal. Schwass will go off the ground, does it well. Longmire leading out again from Lynch. Ramiro on the end of a hand pass, around 1, around 2, a trusting left foot, and it's a goal. Chance for Blakey. Martin runs well at the ball, courage. There comes the hand pass to Wielden. Left foot snapshot is close. The goal umpire might have something to smile about again.
Clean possession, Wielden snaps. He's got it. What a great goal that is.
Angus in front. With the hand pass out to Carey. Lynch in hot pursuit to Longmire, could be unguarded. That's a magnificent kick at goal just the same, and through for full points. Superb stuff.
Spargo's free kick down towards half forward, knocked on by Carey. Opportunity for German. A runner inside, he won't need him. German 35 metres out, has kicked another one for North.
A better show by Fitzroy last night, but nevertheless, there are no wins out of 6 games. North Melbourne getting the points, 21-15 to 14-13. John Longmire kicking 8 goals there last night. And good to see him back in form, and he only played about 3 quarters. Well, still to come, we'll be crossing out to highlights of the other games between Essendon and Carlton, and also St Kilda against the Adelaide Crows, back after a short break. Well, Gerard Healy, of course, a Brownlow medalist, pretty good at getting 3 votes in a game of football. We give him 3 today for getting into the Eagles room. Gerard?
Yes, Drew, a major coup. I've infiltrated the Eagles room for the first time this year. The players reminded each other that it was half to go, and the start's again in a few minutes. They pumped up Rue Matera, who's burning on the wing, and told Sumis to keep plugging away. There was a stony wall of silence in the Hawthorn race, but their supporters said it all when they gave the umpires a break that even the Collingwood members would be proud of.
Good on you. Gerard gets into the rooms and the fans bake the umpire. Well, everything happening just on plan. Chris Mainwaring with 11 possessions in his first half of football.
Being tagged today, but doing pretty well.
Dean Anderson, not too bad for 12 and 6. 12 kicks and 6 hand passes, 9 kicks in that first quarter.
Langdon, very busy. Couple of goals.
Anthony Condon, another good Hawthorn player, 14 possessions up to half-time.
Peter Matera started late, but my word, a big second term.
Johnny Platten came into the game a bit in that second quarter, but was being well tagged by David Hart.